piece
Brandy
now.
is the manager.
Couple grand. They're worth fucking 58 per piece.
Yeah.
I know. I have a tenth of a Bitcoin. And I bought all that. I bought my tenth of Bitcoin when it was at it was still at like it was under 10 grand. So I bought like $1,000, or I think I spent like $2,000 on Bitcoin over a couple month period when it was fluctuating between 8 and 10 grand. And then I haven't bought, like I put it in this thing where it constantly earns me Bitcoin, but man, this thing is weird. It's just like everything's up top. Like the whole thing.
Are recording right now?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
I was gonna say I'll exhaust it real quick.
Oh no, it's not that. I'm saying like his stuff is all up top on the Facebook, where on
Well,
Facebook.
I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking to get smoky in here.
Oh, that's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not too bad.
All my stuff's up top. What you mean the picture?
No, the fucking buttons, like the home button and shit. But when you play with mine, it's all on the bottom. It's because Apple.
What did you give me?
Oh yeah, what did I give you?
You gave me Deadhead Baby
and La Creme.
Oh, that's La Creme?
I think so.
Daughter of Deadhead and La Creme.
Yeah, I think this is La Creme. Yeah, this is La Creme.
I ain't smelt it or looked or nothing. I'm keeping a little bit of this stuff.
That's Daughter of Deadhead.
What's it smell like? Yeah, this is Daughter of Deadhead.
It looks like it.
This one smells kind of musky.
No, it's a Gorilla Glue cross.
Now you came in the room. You were saying something about
Here,
the
this
dispensary.
is the same thing, but
What were you saying?
This is
Pardon?
fresh.
When you came in the room, you were saying something.
Yeah, that's a bud tender. I just found out my cousin's working today. And she goes, Teresa, she's a bud tender, but just for future reference, it is Brandy. Who was that? Brandy?
Monica.
Brandy and Monica. From Shake and Bake.
Okay.
To have a big shout out and say hello. Thank
right.
you very much.
yeah, this is definitely a Daughter of Deadhead.
What they need to do is they need
They're really
to help us out as well as we help them out by
broke it a little bit.
encouraging people to listen to our podcast.
Yes, definitely. I was so aware when I go see
Maybe we should make up
I didn't
some.
smell that earlier either, though.
I got you.
Yeah, Steve.
You tasting shit, right, fool?
Yeah.
All right.
What the fuck? I just
His favorite thing to say now. His favorite thing to do now is to call you a fool. Fool.
Oh, you're like, I can't smell it.
This was a little bit damp. You know, these are the ones that hang.
Oh, you're,
Well, the ones that hang forever.
yeah.
Why did they hang forever?
Huh?
Why did it take them a long time to dry?
Not really.
Well, why do they hang forever?
Because I just use them.
Oh, you just use that expression.
No.
No,
Like-
because they're just his little
Wow, I can
pieces.
smell that.
Yeah, they're my little pieces.
Ooh, I can smell that.
Okay, I can't.
So I had the
You.
bag open. It doesn't really smell like anything. It needs to be put in a jar.
That's the ones on the.
This way you don't like anyway.
Well, close it up. You want to keep it open?
I don't care. We're going to smoke it, right?
Well, I mean, you don't want it to dry out.
This one's also not. It's off the fucking branch still.
It's going to take it longer to dry it as long as you keep it on the stick.
Well, it's dry.
He says, oh, it's dry.
Don't you worry.
It's dry.
Mm-hmm, it's dry. It's good and dry. In fact, yeah, it's just about right. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably looking.
You got a little squeeze to it. It don't break up, so it's just dry enough for consumption.
Oh, yeah. It was probably hanging for 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
What?
It was probably hanging for about 3-4 weeks.
Why would it do that?
Because that's what he wanted to do with it. It's not like it has any control over it.
No. That's not what he wanted to do. Why was it hanging that long?
Why was it hanging that long?
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't need it for 3-4 weeks.
So it was just hanging. It wasn't in a bottle, no, it was just hanging.
Yeah.
Alright, man, in case someone complains, I cut a branch off of every fucking plant that I've ever grown, and I smoke it.
Okay.
Like in forever. You know what
I see what you're saying.
Somebody complains, I can go right back to that weed,
I see what
whatever.
you're saying.
They're hanging in a row, in order. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't smoke it for 3 weeks, I don't smoke it for.
So if it's hanging for 3 weeks in a room, now is there anything in that room to keep it from over drying?
My water reservoirs,
Okay.
my veg room, I guess.
Right.
It's in the empty part, but you know, it's still down in that area.
Have you ever had anything over dry on you?
See the
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny. Top corner, I can see the Hulk Hogan.
Oh. Yeah, that is crazy looking, isn't it? Hulk
That's
Hogan.
fucking goofy. My kid gave it to me, man.
It's
sweet.
pretty fucking sweet.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't know where the fuck I'd put it, but I'd love to have a Hulk Hogan.
Right there. That's where I put it.
My dad one time for Christmas, this is how dumb my dad, like, so out of touch with who I was. Is like, I hadn't watched wrestling at that point in, I don't know, I hadn't watched it in at least a year or two. And it was like, he brings me this picture. He gets me a picture for Christmas. It's literally just a picture of Hulk Hogan in the, like, 80s on a 1981 Corvette with his, like, doing this, you know, flexing out the T-tops of a Corvette. And it's signed. And he got...
And that was just a gift for you?
That was his gift to me.
And what was your reaction?
Okay. I mean...
Because it didn't really mean anything to you?
No, he still think I'm a fuck... Like, he literally never let me fucking grow up. Because Hulk Hogan, again, was my childhood hero, like everyone else's childhood hero.
Gotcha.
But at this time, I'm already 16. I've already given up on wrestling because it's fucking dumb. It's dudes running around in leotards. You know, in my life. And on top of that, I don't have any control of when I can watch TV. Because there's only one TV in the house, and my parents control it almost all the time. Yeah. And there's 4 other
unless
kids.
they weren't home.
On top of that, there's 4 other kids. So fighting over the TV was...
Yeah.
I remember a lot of other characters. Coco Beware, Bushwhackers.
Yeah. We watched that stuff when I was a kid. Yeah. But when I got into my teens, it was already...
You weren't interested.
And this was like 17 years old when he gets me this fucking photo. This little thing. And I don't even know if I still have it. I might still have it. Because I was just like, I still don't understand why. Like, it didn't make no sense to me.
He was in the wrestling, though, right? He wasn't? Well, maybe he thought...
No, he didn't. No.
Well, maybe he just thought...
Because it was something that we actually connected on as kids when I was a kid.
Right.
And we stopped connecting on it because he doesn't give a shit about wrestling. I don't give a shit about wrestling. But, hey, I saw this picture and it was like $20, so I thought you might like it. Here's a Christmas present.
This is why I said exhaust.
Exhaust real quick.
All right.
Loud for
loud,
a second.
people.
Here, I might mute it for a second. I don't know if it actually muted.
I don't either. Sound like a jet coming in here for a second.
It's not that loud.
Huh?
It's not that... I thought it was going to be loud.
It'll be loud through that.
Anyway, there we go. We're not on mute no more.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it's not that loud.
Nah, it's alright.
Well, I don't know if you can pick it up. It's sort of
Wow.
It's gonna pick it up.
Well, yeah, but
people might complain about it.
I meant loud as hell. It's right above it.
Yeah.
Well, it's doing the job.
Is it though? I mean, this big old cloud just kind of sitting there.
It seemed a little thicker before. You can cut it.
Clear,
you can cut it with a knife.
It was like a little haze going like this.
Yep.
Like about our head level. And that's what? Deadhead baby?
Yeah, one of the daughters. I don't know which one.
That's not Deadhead.
Oh no, it's not Deadhead.
No,
it's Thai.
It's crossed.
I know.
So that Thai is kind of fruity and more lemony. So it's gonna, if the skunk doesn't come with it.
Yeah.
And it didn't. But it also could have been heat stress. Because when you grow Deadhead in 18 and let it heat stress, it tastes like this.
And it's a hybrid. You gotta remember it's a hybrid.
Yeah, and it was first time, so who knows? Second time we'll see. You always gotta grow it twice, because you never know if you fucked it up the first time. Because that's a seedling. You know, clone might change into something you like.
I disagree. You kind of know.
Yeah, you kind of know, and I kind of know that everyone enjoyed it. So let me rephrase that. When I gave it to Double O, he went, "Dirty boy." So means I don't have a problem getting rid of it, so I can at least try it twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the mentality. Like the Jedi Kush, I looked at it the first time. I'm like, dude, this is not producing anything. It looks like pre-98 buds, but smaller. They got crystals all over the leaf, but it's. So I thought I'd try to pollinate it, but it grows so fast that the fucking Deadhead took too long to actually drop pollen. So now it's like I don't have enough time to pollinate it before it's finished because I want to pull it out early. It's done. It was done in 40 days.
Shit.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. Quick is irrelevant if you don't get shit off it.
You're right. Sure is.
So, but I pollinated its sister, which was a little bit bigger buds, but smaller squatter. It's the purple in it that was interesting. For some reason, the Jedi Kush was purple. It wasn't supposed to be at all, but it was.
Purple flavor?
Color. Yeah. Like super purple, way early. Super crystally, smells like grape, sour grape. Doesn't taste like sour grape at all. And the smell leaves about halfway through the flower. Once you get about, because I let it, right now it's in like the 40-day period, so right about now is when it starts losing the smell that it had in the beginning.
Does the smell come back at the end?
No.
Okay.
So when it'd probably be a really good one if you're making concentrates, because you could get it down in 40 days, well, 35 days, 40 days, but you'd have to cut it down then, and then you'd have to go straight like making, the shit they freeze to get all those fucking terpenes, because once those evaporate, there's nothing else left. You need that sour grape. If you could get the sour grape, but I ain't doing that, so fuck it. I let it die. I killed the fucking clone. It was like,
I ain't doing that shit.
There's a couple of them, like one of them hermied on me, so I ripped the clone right out. Done it a couple times. It sucks, but the La Creme, the Sorbet 4, not the La Creme, the Sorbet 4 line, I definitely got 2 Hermes out of the 6. Because 2 of them didn't pop, 2 of them were good. Well, no, it was 1 Hermes. Because 2 of them didn't pop. I only got 4 of them to pop out of the 6. But 2 of them were good. 1 of them was small, not very good.
That's amazing.
What?
How that is.
Wow.
They come from the same gene pool, but they have different characteristics.
Yeah, I want to give Greg a bunch of seeds.
I know.
For some fucking reason, they do bunches of seeds and they turn out to be great. Yo, Deadhead, yeah, you should get. I went through fucking how many Deadhead seeds?
I don't know.
A lot. For 18 seeds, that's fucking $150 worth of seeds.
That's a lot.
Well, and again, I guess I should. The thing is I know Greg. He literally probably popped the fucking beaner out of a deadhead somebody else had, or he got one seed.
Yeah.
And he popped the one seed,
and it
turned out to be the greatest fucking.
And it
worked.
worked. Yep. That's
A
funny.
lot.
That's
That
funny.
is a lot.
Yeah,
That's the
everything he
crazy
pops.
part.
It turns out like he never yields shit, but
Yeah.
so you can't really plan on you gotta hope it yields because he doesn't grow for yield. He grows.
For quality and looks and smell.
Yeah, I guess.
Not even looks.
Not even looks.
Okay.
Dude, sometimes he pulls out buds and you're like, oh, you're gonna roll that out.
Like, what the fuck is that?
It's like, dude, these are the best buds. In his head, they are. He likes those little tiny buds on the bottom.
Yeah.
He said that at the show the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like looking at that branch, like that's the shit that goes in my tray.
Yeah.
Like, that's the stuff baby mama and everyone else smokes when they take my tray away.
There you go.
Oh.
What?
So guess what happened yesterday?
What?
The hum.
It did again.
It was all.
You know where that comes from?
Listen, it was all day yesterday.
I thought they say it comes from fucking Rouge. No, what's the blacked out area downriver?
Yeah.
That where the Rouge River ends.
They say that people in Canada can hear it, and they think that's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But from where?
I don't know.
From
There was
what?
a show on it.
What?
There was a show on it on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, they talked about it. The Unexplained.
Well, I will
What
tell
they
you.
said. The Unexplained. It's basically
And it's still unexplained, right?
somebody bought that property and was using it to make coal or something, and he fucked it all up, and then now it's been sitting there empty, and they don't know what he did with it. Because you can't even fly drones, you can't do anything over it.
No.
All that.
That was the.
What is it? Floral?
Huh?
What is it? Floral?
I don't know. It was in with your bags.
That was the Hunt brothers that did that.
It was blueberry.
Oh yeah, that's his blueberry. There's nothing like your blueberry.
Which is gone.
Oh, sure is, isn't it?
Yep, it's gone.
Say bye to blueberry.
Yeah, well, they are. Does Zach's grow like this?
No.
No? What's his grow like? Mine?
We don't do blueberry.
Oh, I thought he had blueberry.
Oh. You
What-
did?
He did have it.
What did he
Okay.
switch to? What's he doing now?
Snow lotus and
No lotus.
yeah. And
This smells
man, I
good.
forget the other two.
This has a good smell.
Whoa. Snow lotus, huh?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
I never heard of that one. But
I didn't get good yields out of it.
it's a lot I haven't heard of. So
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah.
shit, he better not be watching. I don't think he has the
What up?
fucking ears are burning.
Well, hey, what do you got? Okay. What's that?
was that him on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, what timing?
Simulation.
I'm telling you.
You keep telling me.
I'm telling you.
One of
dude.
these days I'm gonna believe you.
Yeah, it'll happen. Today is
Yeah.
Monday, right? Today is Monday, right?
Yes. You forget what day it is?
Sometimes. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, buddy. You're gonna go through all the things that I went through. It's just a matter of time.
True.
Oh, that'd be fine.
So learn from me now.
Alright, yeah, that'd be fine. Alright, but hey, list off all the ones you got that you're keeping. Yeah. Storm Shadow, Morning Dew, Pure Love. You're keeping that one?
That was some snarl in that voice.
You're keeping that.
After they run through? Alright.
I'm just thinking about all the different names for strains. It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, I remembered Snow Lotus, but I don't remember any of the other ones.
Snow Lotus.
I'm gonna run this one by everyone. This one I've been thinking on. Oh, wait.
No, not about that. No, not about that, and I can't do that right now anyway. Just yet. Whew. So I'm gonna get off the phone. I'll call you back in a little bit.
Come on, man.
Alright, bye. Well, he was answering questions that you guys just asked.
I know.
You know what I mean? But he was trying to talk to me about
He was trying to
shit.
get into other shit.
Yeah.
What about... I come up with this name. Well, I didn't come up with it. It's actually a song. But Cartel Swag.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, what is it?
Just a strain name. Like
The name for a strain.
Name for a strain. Like a... I don't know. I like the song, but I thought it was clever. I think it like flows well for
Say it again.
Cartel Swag. But I don't know. It'd be because it's one of those things where it'd have to be okay. Well, if that's the name, then it has to be something Mexican.
Yep, that's what people are gonna think.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna think of some low rider
Tastes
shit.
better than it smells, eh?
They definitely gonna think of some low rider shit.
But nothing smells like anything.
Oh no, that did.
Well, you know what?
It smelled like a fucking bag.
What's it? What was that we just smelled? What did you just roll? Here's a blueberry, right?
Yeah.
It's got a nice little sweet taste on it.
He likes his to be sweeter.
It's sweet.
And cushy.
Or you want even sweeter?
Yeah.
Well, it's sweet now. It's got some sweetness.
I can't taste the sweet.
And I think the sweet. I think if you cure it more, it'll be sweeter.
Oh, I know.
If you cure it more, it'll be sweeter because it's real sweet.
I told you it sat for like that 3 weeks.
Put it in a jar. Put it in a jar.
And then, yeah.
Take it. Just take an ounce and put it in a jar. Set it up someplace.
That ain't even worth my time for the jar.
Yes, just put it up somewhere. And in about a month you go. Up there and you get them, and you smoke premium. Don't you want to smoke premium? After it's cured, it's considered premium.
It all tastes the same to me. I don't give a shit what people say. You crazy. You may be able to taste that cured bullshit, but every time I taste a joint that I have cured or not cured, it all tastes
No, it don't.
either good or bad.
No, because that stuff you were saving for the
Cannabis cup?
yeah. After that stuff's cured, that stuff was super strong and had a better taste.
That's something right
Believe
there.
me. Yeah, but that has to make you cured that stuff for about 4 weeks.
No, this is it. Pretty sure.
That's not the stuff you cured for 4 weeks. No, it's not.
This is different than that.
Oh.
This is the stuff he's had. He's had it for at least 2.
Oh,
2
okay.
weeks, yeah.
That smells good. This has nice sweetness to it. Very nice.
Then why are you complaining? The way you're talking, you make it sound like this isn't premium.
No, what I'm saying is, it'll be more premium. If you cure it, it'll be sweeter.
So it'd be like having
It'll burn slower.
and premium underwear.
I'm through talking to you.
You know if that is that premium or Supreme? Sorry, it's Supreme.
I don't know.
Supreme is that shit. It's just clothes that you.
Yes, in the Philippines, that's how. When you sell clothes in the Philippines, it's either premium or that's that girl from the Philippines.
Yeah, that's why your phone's broke, motherfucker. It's funny. Well, she can watch the show.
She's not watching the show.
She got Facebook?
She doesn't even know about the show. I don't think.
I just know the whole
I still can't believe you randomly walked in and got somebody to say something you didn't know. Like, I get disc golfers do it all. That's different. I have disc golfers constantly. Like, hey man, blah blah blah. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know you watched the show. Like,
When I meet people,
can you bring that fucking thing over here so I don't have to stretch?
what are you talking about?
The ashtray?
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of things over here.
Yeah, but it's the only relevant thing in this conversation.
There's a bag of weed over there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I guess so. Fine.
Yeah, I got a good buzz going right now.
Almost kinda. There's 3 other cons from.
My Aunt Chris says Rudy. That's it. Just Rudy with a bunch of exclamation points.
Yo,
She's supposed to be.
Chris. Yeah, when you coming?
I don't know if she is. She gotta get a ride.
Who's that?
My aunt. My mom's mom. My mom's mom. That's not right.
No, your mom's sister.
Yeah.
He said my mom's mom. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, we realized.
Am I high or what?
So, my mom's youngest sister.
Yeah. She's always posting really nice pictures on Facebook.
Yeah. You know that more old people use Facebook than young people now?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think I know why. It's entertainment that's not that expensive, and you don't have to leave out the house.
What?
And you don't have to leave the house for entertainment. Facebook has a lot of entertainment and a lot of information on it.
I guess.
No, it does. I'm not talking about the social crap. There's other things on there. If you look.
Well, yeah, I don't look.
That's
She says she's not old, and she called me a boy. I definitely ain't no boy.
When she started boy something?
Yeah, it says boy, I'm not old. LOL.
Nah, you're still a spring chicken.
Yeah, she's not very. She's in her. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say it
Because you don't know.
I don't know.
And if you did know, it's best not to say it.
Yep. She's definitely younger than what my mother would have been.
So your mom's younger sister.
Yep. I found out because I always have this like, especially I started having.
I think it goes that way, no?
No, it goes you and then it's gonna go.
Oh, okay.
Because it came from her.
I'm high.
Alright, it doesn't really matter. 54, she says.
Oh,
She said
okay.
it, not me.
Yeah, okay.
That ain't too bad.
No. So
I'm old enough to be her daddy.
She was 12
Yeah,
years
you
old when
too.
I was born.
that's where maybe.
I don't know, 1.5.
Huh? No, I don't think so.
It goes to him, but he's busy.
Yeah, well.
He's in his phone.
So I always had
I
this
gotta
like.
figure out what to text.
So my dad, you know my story about my dad. He's a super conservative, anti-weed guy, right?
Right.
I always wondered like how my mom would take this whole situation. Like, would she be on his side? Blah 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 blah. Was she a weed? Because as far as I know, she didn't do any of the drugs that all these other ones did. You know, both my uncles were known for, you know, doing drugs and shit like that. Actually, it doesn't happen. And alcohol and whatever. Which again, to me, like the life we live is similar to the life they live. It's just back then, my dad looked at it, and he still looks at my life as if I'm living a drug. Like, he probably thinks I'm literally, I don't know what the fuck he thinks, but I'm sure it's not good. I'm sure it's something to do with me being dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, and lazy. Like, I'm sure he just thinks I play video games all fucking day. I'm good.
That's too short. That's dead. Dead soldier.
What's half a joint.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's like burnt to there on the other side. Look at the
Well,
other
just
side.
keep smoking. Just keep smoking. Smoke.
Anyway, so my uncle informed me the other day that first time he got high was getting weed off of my mom's friend that she introduced him to. So she was a little more forgiving on the cannabis then. Because my grandpa on my mom's side was super against cannabis too. Like one of my last conversations with my step grandma, which was my mom's dad's wife, was about like she was okay with me being in cannabis because she thought everyone had told her it was medical. Like she was alright for the medical part of it, but as soon as she started getting into the rack, she's like, all our kids, because again they're all her kids too.
Right.
Yeah.
All my kids were all fucking wasted because of that, like wasted lives because of that weed, blah blah blah.
Because of
like,
that weed.
No, it's not really why. I mean, a little bit, but more to do with the fact that they all got in trouble. Like they all got caught, and once you get caught, then it starts that whole fucking cycle of never getting uncaught.
Yeah.
Because they're always looking at you, and you're just trying to get high. You're not really doing anything wrong. Like that's how I think of it. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Right. But half of our society thinks it's wrong.
Yeah, it's not.
But maybe not half
anymore.
Maybe not half. Maybe
It's only-
35,
it's only
40%.
now.
Yeah, 35, 40%. But that's still a lot of people.
It's still a lot of people.
Yeah, that's still a lot of people, man.
The planet, though, the planet's still 50-50. I think the planet's still 50-50 if you take into account India and other countries that are anti. Like a lot of Asian countries aren't for weed. Like especially communism-run countries or dictatorships. You know, they don't vote for the weed.
Well, the ones that don't flow for the weed are more Islamic Asian countries. More so than...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because most Islamic countries don't have alcohol. I
Right.
don't think you're allowed to have weed either. And like,
Exactly. That's what I'm making.
oh, you mean that's where the ones are the ones like that are Islamic. The rulers are all okay.
Or the dictators.
Yeah, of some sort. Well,
Yeah.
again, that's what I said. Dictators and
Yeah.
authoritarians do not want cannabis to be legal.
And that's only because of the U.S. That's the only reason why. Because before the U.S. had war on drugs, those drugs were not looked at like that.
Yeah, they see it as a way to oppress people, that's all. They understood, they saw what the U.S. was doing with it. They were like, wow, that's a good idea. It's a good way to oppress people.
Well, they got that idea from the U.S.
They'd be like, well, again, I know.
Or, and I shouldn't just
Not
say
just
U.S.
everywhere.
Yeah, England
There's
too.
other places that
England as
persecuted
well.
cannabis.
Yeah.
It's the places where it doesn't grow naturally. Because it doesn't really grow
Or
naturally.
the places where they thought it would make you rebellious and non-conformist. That's back in the 50s and the 40s. That's where the beatniks came from and all that kind of shit. You're just guys that laid around and smoked weed and played jazz music all day long with sunglasses and Dams on. That was the big thing back then. That's before the hippie.
Before the hippie?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, that was just before the hippie. The hippie came in right after that.
Isn't there always a percentage?
That tastes so good, huh?
Isn't there a percentage of the generation that always, like, it's lazy?
Yeah.
And isn't it just a bigger fucking percentage of
Yeah, you're right.
people now?
And I remember back in the day, a lot of the people they were calling lazy back then end up owning and running corporations and politicians. But they were lazy back then because they had long hair and smoked weed.
Yeah.
And then they end up being owners of newspapers and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, how does the fuck does that happen?
Because,
They were dreamers.
well, to a certain degree, you're right. They had the freedom to get high early, so their thoughts were different than a conservative guy that just drank. Because, you know, a lot of those guys dropped acid at least once. Or did mushrooms a couple of times. Not a lot, just a couple of times.
Right.
So they got an idea of the other side.
Alright, so my grandma and grandpa smoked, which I knew, and your mother knew about it, so my mom knew about it. We all talked about it, and we both, your mom and I agreed Grandpa Ron was better smoking than drinking. He was a mean drunk with a happy stomach. He's a big dude. So.
And that's a common thing, too. That's a common theme.
Oh, yeah, there's one of, yeah. I know, it's definitely one of the things. The planet would be a different planet if cannabis hadn't been made illegal. Plain and simple.
Yeah. It's like, to give you an example of that, when I was young, I was about 18 years old, and I met this guy, and he was he sold aluminum siding for houses, and he wanted me to be a canvasser, which you go around with, and you go from house to house and get business for them, right? So this guy, he was a cool guy, but he drank all the time. He was drinking and driving all the time. He'd be all in the car, all like this, you know, all crazy. And he got caught 2 or 3 times drunk driving. Until the next time he got caught, he was going to go to prison for a few months. So me and another friend of mine said, "Hey man, come here, man, come here. We got a cure for your drinking." So we started him smoking weed.
I forgot the thing was even on.
Yeah, you do keep forgetting it's there.
Yeah.
And within 4 or 5 weeks, he completely stopped drinking, started smoking weed instead. And he no more drunk driving. He wasn't getting cussing his boss out at work or coming home and fucking with his wife. You know what I mean? It completely changed him.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it helps with heroin addicts. It helps with everything. There's a lot of people out there, especially if you get heroin addicts to actually get some real edibles. Because the problem is 200 milligrams of good edibles costs a lot of money. It's like $50, and for a heroin addict, they probably need at least 5 of them.
But you know what?
To really feel it. If you're someone who's a heroin addict, someone who's shooting up heroin, and you're looking for something that can somewhat supplement it a little bit, cannabis could do that. It's just it requires a lot of edibles to do it. It requires a dose that's too expensive for a normal person to afford.
So how much does a cookie cost?
If you were to get a cookie, if you were to get an edible as strong as my cookie, it would be $20.
Okay.
Maybe 40.
Okay.
Depending on this thing. 200 milligrams is like $40 to $50.
Okay, so
Actually, you would need, like a heroin addict would need a whole bottle of tincture, 1,000 milligrams of tincture, which is almost $100 right now.
and how long would that last?
Oh, depending on the addict, probably a day, maybe.
Okay, so
You're not spending that much on heroin. Heroin's cheap.
no, a real addict, see, it multiplies itself. When you get high on heroin the first time, it's like busting a nut. Okay,
That's what I've heard.
all right, but the second time, it takes a little bit more to bust that nut.
Yes.
And the third time, listen to me, the third time it takes even more.
Okay.
So within a couple of months, you're spending or stealing, you're probably doing about $500 a day of heroin. Every day.
I don't know if it's that much, because heroin's not that expensive.
It multiplies.
I know, but I'm telling
And
you.
heroin is not heroin is not expensive. It has cut on it. It's been cut 200 or 300 times.
Yeah.
Because it was originally black. And when you get to heroin, it's an off-white color.
You think it's $500 a day for a heroin addict that's in full?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know how much heroin costs, so I have no idea.
I lived with a heroin addict
I
for.
don't know any personal heroin addict.
I lived with a heroin addict for 2 years. For 2 years, and he had people coming in. He was shooting in the neck, shooting in the arm, had tracks all over, blood all over the bathroom.
Blood all over the bathroom.
Yeah, that's why some people call it chasing the dragon.
Yeah.
Because you'll never get that high you got the first time. You keep seeking that. And it takes a little bit more every time.
Maybe that's what death feels like, and then you only get to do it once.
Well, that's why heroin is so
then-
hideous. That's why it's such a hideous drug. Because then when you don't get it, every bone, every knuckle
cell. It's because you're
aches.
It's just
It aches.
it's the same thing with sugar,
Mm-hmm.
just not as
Not
strong.
as radical.
Yeah, not as radical. Same shit happens.
Because
Selmas and Norcos together to get. My Uncle Mark was pretty heavy. He overdosed on it.
heroin.
Yeah,
Just
he
let
got.
you know, I got 5 new members on your
Thanks.
Chicken Talking.
Out of sight.
Yeah, I always gotta fucking go through there and go, no. Yesterday, you got Facebook yesterday, and your name is Hood Spot something stupid, like it's not even a name, but it's trying to be a name. It was like, Jesus Christ, man, you guys just don't stop trying to sell shit. Like, how do you get away? Like, people actually go, yeah, I'll take your weed over the internet.
That's crazy.
Like, who would do that? I can't imagine anybody in my life that would be like, yeah, this dude sounds legit. He's got a little site. It's illegal as shit to sell this stuff over the internet, but he's going to get it to me legally. Somehow. Like, it doesn't make sense.
They got something figured out.
Like, that BMW you see on fucking Craigslist that's $2,000, and you're like, I'm pretty sure that's an $80,000 car. I mean, you could have 500,000 miles on it, and it's still worth
More than that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The body alone is worth that.
You can sell parts.
Oh, dude. Shit.
I know one thing. I got a good buzz.
I hope so. You got anything else you want to say?
No.
Alright.
I'm stoned.
I'm stoned too. That's a good show. We'll be back on Friday. We'll be doing another. I'll see you on. We'll be at the house on Thursday, but on Friday we're gonna do a show with Justin over here. It's gonna be in the evening because he's got to work.
Wondering about
Get
the
off at 4.
topics too. You know, that day maybe we could talk about like the new movie coming out.
That's the day because we'll
And-
do it with like a 2-hour show and it'll all be about like nerd stuff like we do.
Yeah, for sure. And there's
I like the way you
some
say that
new-
nerd stuff.
New stuff
Oh,
from like
kinda
DC and
Yeah.
Marvel to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nerd.
Ah.
That's all I think about every time I. Because we're definitely some nerds. That's why the weed's so good. You gotta be if you want good weed. Takes a lot of dedication.
It'll turn you into a nerd.
Well, dude, you gotta pop a lot of seeds, or just no city hippie.
Oh, man.
Well,
Hey, I got a good buzz.